Oh,
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Mailbox Power Mastermind Call that happens every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Mountain, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. I had to think for a second there. But we come together as Mailbox Power affiliates to help each other grow our Mailbox Power business. And by growing our Mailbox Power businesses, it grows whatever other business you have alongside it if you do. So, rising tide lifts all ships, and that's why we come together on Mondays. It's nice to see a few faces that we haven't seen in a while. And I will let everybody know. I was letting everybody know prior to the recording if we drop off, if Mike and I drop off. Lulu will take over the call. We are on a laptop that's low battery and we're hoping it will last for the call. So if not, Lulu will finish up the call for us. But with that, we'd like to start the week with wins. Does anybody have a Mailbox Power win they would like to share for the week? Lulu.
um, well, I got a new customer and I got her because I've met her before, but another customer of mine sent her some cards and some of the truffles
Mm-hmm.
and so she reached out to me and signed up. But I did get an answer to the question that we asked last week about the AI text box. So
Uh-huh.
just to remind you. Anyway,
Well, go ahead and because I'll forget, go ahead and tell us what the
okay.
answer is.
So the question last week, for those of you who are not on, is I couldn't find that we're supposed to have an AI text box that, of course, will help you write. But mine was not showing up. And um, so I wrote into the chat, it's not available on some cards. They couldn't go back and add it. So moving forward, it will be on cards that are new to the system. But
Oh,
it
okay.
says here, so it says here, when you create a greeting card, because I was like, okay, I get that. But what about if I'm creating it from scratch? And it says, when you create a greeting card, there is already a text box in place on the inside bottom of the card. The AI wand appears on that one text box. If you add another text box, it will not appear in that text box. If you want to have more than one with the AI wand, you have to copy and paste the text box to wherever, and you can have as many as you want. You just have to copy and paste the original one that's in the bottom panel of the card, or I guess
Awesome.
in the right hand side of the card.
Awesome.
So there you go.
Thank you very much for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was confused why sometimes I have it and sometimes I don't. Well, now we all have the answer.
Yeah,
So
older cards won't have it.
awesome. So any of the new stuff designed by corporate will have it. Any of
I would
the
that's what I surmised from the answer I got.
yep, and any of those designs that were out there by designers that back when there was pay to play type, well, not really pay to play, but pay for your designs or some of the designs, those won't
They
be
won't have it.
available with the AI. Good to know. And I also didn't know that you have to copy the original text box in order to get AI in future text boxes on that same card.
Right.
Awesome information. Thank you so much for researching that.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have a win for the week?
Hi there, everybody. Sorry, I was a couple minutes late. I'm a win for the week as I've always had power. I'm in Washington State. Linda is still without power.
Oh,
It's been almost a week, and so I think she was hoping to get on. She has heat, but no power. So, but
oh,
I
she's
uh,
on
I
gas.
joined a new group in a city where I live in last month, And it's nice to do, in addition to Zoom, it's nice to do in person. So I've met a lot of people that live just within a few miles of my home, which I hadn't done in 4 years. And it's been really, really nice. And it's set up, it is networking. And so there isn't a lot of structure. But then again, I've been communicating with a few of these people over Zoom for a long time. And it's really nice to support them. And I have something to offer them whenever they're ready, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yay, thanks, Kimberly.
Awesome. Any other wins? Well, I had a client reach out to me, which is not my physical Mailbox Power client. She is a concierge client. And I'm trying to pull up the message. She said, "Thank you so much to you and Michael for the thoughtful Thanksgiving card and gift. I love it. That was very kind of you. It's a treat to be on the receiving end for a change. LOL. Happy Thanksgiving." And then she realized they were the sea salt caramels, and she's like, "I just realized it's sea salt caramels. I love them." um, so even people who are using Mailbox Power appreciate it, because so many times we're the ones sending and we're not necessarily the ones receiving. The people on this call probably are receiving from other people, but a lot of times our customers are not. And so remember that when you have a customer that's using Mailbox Power, they're sending lots of love, lots of appreciation out. And we need to be doing that back to our clients, because if we're not, we're missing out. I can't tell you how many times we have sent something, a new gift, the caramel crispy treat, or when I first started sending sea salt caramels, people got them and they tried them and they're like, "Oh my God, now I got to start sending these to my clients." So it's just another way for them to experience the system versus just cards. So keep
Definitely.
that in mind.
Same goes for those truffles. Good Lord, they're good.
Yeah, they are a little too good. um, well, we're coming upon Thanksgiving. We're just a few days away from Thanksgiving. And I actually triggered an automation for a client, or Thanksgiving cards for a client last night, because she said to me, she reached out last week. It's a client that's kind of been inactive, and she wanted to get Thanksgiving or holiday cards out. And she said, "Do you think it's too late for Thanksgiving?" And I said, "No, they are not going to, the chance of them arriving by Thanksgiving are slim to nil. If they show up, I would be super surprised. But it's still okay for them to end up coming the weekend after Thanksgiving or the first week of December, because it's still about gratitude and thanking our clients. And there is no such thing as too late for that. So it's not too late, but she incorporated Thanksgiving, a joyous holiday season, and Happy New Year into her card, so it doesn't look like it's per se late. It's just talking about all of the holidays. So there is a blue design that corporate had done, that says Happy Thanksgiving, joyous holidays, and prosperous new year. And that's the one she used, and then put a message on the inside. So keep that in mind. And many people are scrambling this time of year, especially this week, because Black Friday sales and Thanksgiving hits, and everybody's like, "Oh, Christmas is around the corner," or Hanukkah, like Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever, New Year is right around the corner. And I don't know what it is about Thanksgiving, but it seems to be the slap across the face for everybody that like it's there, like it's it's coming fast and furious. So be sure that you're talking about Lulu posted. Let's see if I can see it.
I copied and pasted
Okay,
my answer I got in the chat.
cool.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. I better save that before download. So if you right click on it, you can hit download, or you should be able to. I hit download. It so that you save. Whoops, let me put that on my desk.
And does everybody know how to copy and paste in Mailbox Power? That little copy and paste button?
Does everybody know how to do undo? I run into
No,
people
not
that
undo.
don't
That
even-
there's a copy and paste
Yep,
underneath it.
yep,
That's super easy.
yep. Yeah, so if I use that all the time.
Me
Mike and I
too.
use that all the time when we're designing cards, because when you're using the dynamic images of like profile and logo, and you want them to be the exact same size, get one the way you want it, and then copy and paste, and then just change what's in that box.
I use that all the
So
time.
easy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Any other questions, concerns with the holidays coming up, Suzanne?
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was just thinking, I was listening to you on my phone. I had to get to my computer to ask a question. For people that, still might want to send out Thanksgiving cards, what about if they say, this Thanksgiving, I was thinking of you and how thankful I am of you. And I
Mhm.
just wanted to send you a card and let you know how much I care or whatever, But anyway, as you said before, there's no reason to, not send a Thanksgiving card.
Yep.
Had to share.
No, I love it. That's perfect, because on belated birthday cards, when you find out somebody's birthday is the next day or 2 days, and they're not going to get it, there's why do I get to only celebrate you one day out of the year? So, so yeah, there's lots of ways to do it without it feeling like it's late. With the holidays, any other questions, concerns, comments?
I was just going to add, being thankful, you're never too late.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you express gratitude or appreciation for someone, it's never too late. Even if the holiday is past, it's never too late to let people know how thankful you are that they are in your lives. So just keep that in mind.
Lulu.
I was just going to say, especially if you're not going to send a Christmas type card, a holiday
Mm-hmm.
card, it fills the gap between Thanksgiving and if I like to send New Year's cards. So even if you're late for Thanksgiving, it still is the season of giving thanks.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The other thing I'm gonna remind everybody is this time of year, people are stressed about finances. This is the time of year to bring on other affiliates. What better way to end the year than to help cover the cost of their holiday automations, their holiday campaigns, or if they're a sales rep of any kind in any business, they understand most likely commission-based sales. And I don't know of a better commission program than ours out there. You start at 20%. And after just 30 customers, and how many professions that are sales related, after 30 customers, can you jump to 40%? I just, network marketing, direct sales, I don't know of another company out there. I do know some that do 30 or 35%, but usually it takes you quite a while. You got to like rank advance several times in order to get to that higher commission level usually. And with Mailbox Power, it only takes 30. And it's 30 pros or 30 executives. It doesn't matter. So you're not tied into having to sell the top membership, 30 of them, in order to get there. You could sell the pro membership, 30 of them, and get to 40% commission. It's a great way to give yourself, if somebody's watching this, or help somebody give themselves a gift this time of year to help alleviate the stress of the bills. Any other questions? Anybody struggling with anything?
I just want to give Brenda kudos because we recently received a referral from a past customer that has a really large database, and he was
You're freezing up. Okay, Lulu, I think you're up.
Yikes.
I wasn't able to hear the comment.
No, he's breaking up.
We might, nope, are you back? Because you guys
Yeah.
are all moving. All
Yeah,
right.
it sounded good,
Go ahead.
Michael. Go
Whatever
ahead.
it was.
anyway, he's been, it's good to remind people like that no matter what platform you're using, you're always going to have things that you like or dislike about the platform you're either using or wanting to change to. So he's struggling with it a little bit, but he's making changes, and he really appreciates all the automations you're able to do in Mailbox Power. And Brenda, if you have any comments in regard to that.
I would just say the thing to remind people that maybe have used a different system is that your mindset has to change a little bit, because this system doesn't work like others. And there's a reason for it.
It works better.
Yes. Well, but the challenge is new clients don't necessarily see it as better, especially if they have a large database. They
Yeah.
see it as, this is too hard to switch. Many people don't switch CRMs, don't switch card companies and that because of the headache. And I reminded this person that yes, when you switch systems, it can be a pain in the butt and it can be a challenge. But once you get it up and running, the automations, and to be able to automate things and to be able to have the analytics and the other things that we have available, is it worth a little bit of pain to have the gain?
Oh, yes.
But that's, sometimes you have to remind clients of that are very, I wouldn't say negative, because I wouldn't say this person was negative, just frustrated. And so sometimes we've got to give a lot of extra time at the beginning, and we have to see, and I have to keep reminding myself that it's about the lifetime value of the client, not today's commission.
Absolutely.
If you focus on today's, in any business, if you focus on today's commission and not the lifetime value, you are so missing out in sales.
And we've talked about mindset on this call multiple times, but it really is a mindset of wanting to do something different and learn something new, so you can progress in whatever it is you're doing. Sandy.
Oh, thanks. What would be my question, I think, to this group is, if you're a gift sender, a regular gift sender all year. Do you have a go-to when it comes to the holidays, or do you tend get more special or more, I don't want to say selective. I just kind of want to survey the group on, because I want to change what I'm doing for 2025 and, not just send cards, but I do, you know, sometimes they don't want brownies, and that's fine. I found the jar gripper is my favorite. I've received it, so I know what that feels like, because I'll tell you, I've found more things on the store shelf that I get home and it's like, "Oh, my jar gripper's where the coffee's at, so I know to find it. Can't put it in the junk drawer; it will never find itself. But do if you know what I mean. I use Bob on the spot, but he sent me some cute postcards with funnies on them. I mean, do all of you have a regular routine? I know what Michael and Brenda are doing, but I'm just curious about what everybody else is doing. I'll stop talking.
Lulu?
I love the pizza cutter because it doesn't matter if they're gluten-free, vegetarian, whatever. Everybody eats pizza, or their kids do. I mean,
Pizza
everybody.
cutter.
Yeah.
And you can send it with a card any way you slice it. I'm grateful for you, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
I love the pizza cutter, and it works really well, and it cleans easily.
And it's affordable because it's not heavy. So it's actually ends up being less in the end if you look at total cost than sending brownies. But it's something that is there all the time, not there and gone after it's eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and the pizza cutter can be used for so many other things other than pizza, because it's a cutter. I mean, so there are other things they can use it for. So I do like the pizza cutter. Suzanne.
I have to share. It's funny you should say that, because yesterday at lunch we were talking about just different things, and one of the women there was in the military, and she said she was stationed, I think she said in Italy, but I can't remember exactly. But she ordered the pizza, and it was just a pizza. It was never cut. It wasn't cut at all. It was like and she says, she says, the first thing I did was ask my family to send me a pizza cutter, So I just had to share. I don't think it was so funny because, well, if you knew her, you would understand. But anyway, so for people in military in foreign countries, that'd be a nice gift.
Yep. And Lynn, yes, you can upload a photo to the envelope. When you do that, it is a higher cost, but you can pick a custom envelope for either a 5x7 card, or obviously our gigagrams have the ability to do a custom card. And I think our flat cards don't. At one point, the flat cards had. And I'm trying to find, it was last year, I think. I can't find it. So I had that same customer that I told you about, the concierge client, last year chose to send apple rings. And she works with an older crowd of people, generally senior citizens, that are traveling. And she sent the apple rings, and a lady took the apple rings and made an apple pie out of it and sent her the recipe. So apple rings are great because think of Thanksgiving, think of the fall and apples and all the things you can do with the apples. But I like to do apple rings, caramels this time of year. Think of the things that make you think of the holidays. That's what I try to do around the holidays. The other reason why I do like apple rings or caramels or something like that, is because they can be shared. Brownies are hard to share when it's a family you're sending to. They've got to be cut into slices. So I tend to do something that is either like apple rings or something that you can pour out in a bowl and everybody can eat from, or something that's individually wrapped like truffles or caramels things like that that can be shared with a family, if that makes sense. Kimberly.
I love the coasters, especially for my cousin who's a first-time grandma. And a lot of my friends have children that are graduating, these milestone moments where you've got to capture them at that time because they're getting ready to go to college. And so the coasters are just so awesome. They are with the cork backing, and they're just so quality.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just a great way to capture a memory to always have.
Kimberly, not just the coasters, but the stick ups, especially for grandparents or kids going to college, things that they change all the time. So I do that for my sister a lot of times because she misses the her nieces and or her she's a great aunt, like, you know, um she misses Lucas and Liam because she's on the East Coast, so she doesn't get to see him. So what I do is every once in a while I'll do stick ups of how they are right now, because you can put them on the refrigerator, on mirrors, anywhere, in an office. They're
Love
just
stick
so
ups.
versatile that you can put them up and take them down. And
I send them to my grandson.
mm-hmm.
He loves it. Every time we see him, I take pictures, of course, and I put them on stick ups, and they're all go to the house because they're out in Washington. We're in Pennsylvania. And, they're still there from a couple of years ago.
Yep. Does that help, Sandy?
Yeah, it does. It does, because it's always like there's nothing new about the system, but there's so many cool things in there I can't pick. And so I thought, well, I'll ask and maybe,
Has
See,
everybody seen the toggle switch in the automations? Do we know about that?
Oh, yes. If you have not seen the toggle switch, back when we were at the open house at corporate, back in September,
I think
August,
so.
September, I don't remember what month it was, September. Anyways, many people had said there are lots of real estate agents or other type of home services type of vendors that want to say, or dear current resident. And so, and they want it to be the second line, not the top line. But if you change it, you have to put it in, if you put it in company, it puts it first. So sometimes you have to finagle in order to get it the way you want. But they just released that you can toggle in automations that if you want it to go to current resident, you can just toggle that switch in every postcard. I think it's just postcards though. Was it cards? Or is it just
I don't know the answer
I'll
to
have to
that.
go look. But anyways, you can toggle it to be or dear current resident.
is that for both the pro and the executive, or
Yes.
just it is? Okay.
I believe it's for everybody. They did not specify that it was only for a certain group of people.
And where would I see it? Or
Under
would
your
I be?
saved automations. You've got to go to your automations. It's
Okay.
It's only available it has to be an automation.
Okay.
Yep. Well, I see we're at the bottom of the hour. Kimberly, your hand is still up. Did you have something else? Okay. Well, we just want to thank all of you. With it being the week of Thanksgiving, we appreciate all of you showing up every single Monday morning and taking time out of your week to start your week right with Mailbox Power. And what?
Bob has his hand
Oh,
up.
Bob has his hand up. Go ahead, Bob. No, you have a white hand in the but we just wanted to say thank you because we've learned so much from all of you, and we just wanted to take this time to thank all of you for supporting us on this call and supporting each other. So with that, I hope you all, it says, oh, so it's just postcards. I will, Suzanne, thank you. I'll reach out to Justin because there are times that real estate agents do it as cards too, and it'd be nice on the card to have that also. So I will reach out and make that suggestion. Lulu.
I just want to thank you too for taking the lead on these calls. I've learned so much and grown, and it's really helped me build my business, and certainly getting to know some of the people on the call here as well. So I really, really appreciate it.
No worries. And hopefully we're going to see Lulu in a week or so.
That'd be great.
Because we're going to be in Pennsylvania. So, but with that, I hope you all have a fabulous Thanksgiving. Enjoy downtime with your family and friends, whoever that might be this holiday, this Thanksgiving holiday. And we look forward to seeing you next Monday.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Happy
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Very
Thanksgiving.
thankful for these calls.